Hi Aries, welcome to your December 2019 monthly reading. I had a particular feeling while pre-shuffling your cards of starting anew, which is a weird thing to feel when you're doing a December reading. You'd like to think that, everybody's in the mood for starting something new in January, no matter how well that goes or doesn't go. But for you guys, there was specifically the feeling of starting fresh, being able, and specifically the feeling of starting fresh and being able to pick what you want to do, who you want to be, how would you like to present to other people. So let's see what other cards we have. So far what we have here is interesting. I mean, it's certainly the time of year for that kind of feeling. Let's get an overall energy card. Ooh, okay. Okay. So, what was I saying about that feeling I got in the very beginning about starting new? Here it is, the ultimate fresh start, the beginning with major arcana. And not the only beginning at that, we also have the Ace of Wands. So something new, a new passion, a new venture, a new beginning into something that is close to your soul, whatever that might be. It might also actually be a job or just a hobby, or it might be just something that you always like to do, and there it is, something to start again, something new. What else do we have? We have stepping on to the new path with the Three of Wands. And oddly, I'm not sure, but maybe these are people, because I don't feel like these are you this time. So we have both the Page and the King of Cups, which are characters in their own right. The Page with the fish and the cup, and the King who's already, master of his own emotional domain. So I'm quite sure that these are other people this time, because sometimes I have court cards and I'm like, oh well, these are you, or different aspects of you, or aspects of you that need to be brought out or will be brought out in the following month, but this feels like other people. So but I'm not sure that the Page and the King is the same person. It might be the same person, somebody whose emotional offer or just, message of, hey, I like you, or whatever that would be, it feels, very nonchalant, non-committal before, and then actually turns out to be something far more serious. The appearance of things, because the card that popped out for me in the pre-shuffle was the Seven of Cups for you guys. So it might be the appearance, the illusion of something that is non-committal and something that is not too serious but is actually completely serious. We also have this Queen of Wands, which I actually feel like in this case might be you. As I'm looking at the cards, and the overall energy card that fell out for this was the Eight of Wands, which is, ultimate movement. So whatever things are happening in your life, there's rapid movement to them in December. So the things, it might be that suddenly things start happening very fast, and those things whatever occurrences in your life that happen in a very rapid succession suddenly bring you to a place where you have new opportunities, new beginnings, new ways of enjoying life. Because it feels like it, I don't know, I'm getting the feeling of enjoying life from this particular spread. And a Queen of Wands, being a particular, master of her own passions in that like very pleasant way. And at the same time, we have the home and hearth and, you know, home like picket fence, garden, pet of your choice, Ten of Pentacles card. So, okay, some of you guys who've been looking to move from their current place of where they live. I don't know. I can't English today, apparently, all this evening. If you've been looking to move house or apartment or whatever, you get that opportunity to move someplace, to just move to a different place. Or you've been planning to move for a while and this is the moment when it's actually happening. If you've been trying to find a new place for a very long time and haven't been succeeding in doing that, I have a pretty decent inkling that suddenly you will find a perfect place and you'll have to take it then and there and just go immediately. So it'll be quite a bit of a hectic time, just like quickly arranging, a move when you weren't expecting it to. But there's a feeling of, like, I don't know, it feels like moving into a new place and getting to do whatever you want with it. Like, moving into a new place and getting, well, in Latvia, this does actually happen where I'm at, where you move house and, you move into a rented apartment, or shucks, guys, I don't know, maybe you actually own your own place now. So you're like, I can do whatever I actually want this time, and there's not going to be like any repercussions or safety deposits to worry about or whatnot. Like if you're renting a place. Or if you are renting a place and this is one of those places where somebody just goes, yeah, you're the last tenant here that we're going to take, and then afterwards we're going to like redo the whole apartment. So yeah, whatever, put nails in walls however many you want. So it's something like that. It feels like decorating. It feels like getting to do something that you really like to do and getting to do it in like a new fresh canvas. Yeah, it's like the feeling of getting a fresh new canvas and just being able to fully express yourself how you want to be and be very surprised at actually getting there, or at least a bit surprised. It's a bit surprising. I don't know. The Ace of Wands, this particular Ace of Wands card is just like, it's a bit surprising. Not in a bad way, but a bit surprising. And at the same time, I feel like for some of you, I feel like I see it. For some of you guys, this will be a time of, reflection. Hermit doesn't necessarily mean, in this case, I don't feel like it means actually distancing yourself from others. In that way of like actually, avoiding any kind of social interaction, especially during the time of December, when I think a lot of us in some way or other, in some holiday or other, spend time with people close to them, or at least, meet up with them for an evening and exchange gifts or don't exchange gifts or just eat very good hearty food. It doesn't mean you're gonna avoid people. It just means that you will, however, uh, find time to be with yourself. Don't actively avoid all social interaction, but this feels like kind of what I'm doing right now as I'm filming these readings. We're just, some things can take a break to some social interactions, I can return later, they're gonna be fine, you know. Don't have to keep going to every social event you get invited to by the one friend group. You can skip some, it'll be fine. You know, just take some time to yourself. Doesn't mean, you know, cutting all ties, you know, for the whole month of December, but maybe just a week of evenings where you devote your attention totally to yourself might be good for you. And December is a good time for that in general, you know. If you are lucky, well, if you are lucky, I consider it lucky. If you like snow and it starts actually snowing in December, and I find that one of the loveliest things to just curl up in a warm room with a warm blanket, with a warm cup of tea, and just enjoy snow and the light and the feeling of lightness that snow brings. Because November, I think, in a lot of places, at least in Europe, can be a very gray and depressing time. And it's not November's fault, you know. It's a time between Samhain and Yule. It's just a time of quiet, of peace, of rest, of meditation. And for me, it's not, you know, a bad time, but I do miss the light, the darkness, particularly because I'm not that far up north, like, you know, in Sweden where you get only like an hour sunlight. No, we're not that bad, but it is medically recommended by every doctor to, if you're in Latvia, you should be drinking, you know, you should be taking vitamin D supplements in winter. So take time for yourself. Uh, Take time to actually care for yourself in December. And don't worry, just at the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to show this to some of you, and don't agonize over things that are out of your control. If you are feeling awfully busy and overwhelmed, take time for yourself. Take time for yourself, and a personal advice from me would be, because just recently I did also feel quite overwhelmed for myself, one day at a time. You know you're going to be busy in the future. You're not in the future yet. There's nothing you can do about being busy in the future yet. You just know you're going to be busy in the future, but one day at a time. You have people around you who support you. You have people around you who are there for you if you need them to be. And if you know you need yourself to be there for you, you are also there for yourself as well. Right. What would I like to give you? Oh, I'm like, oh, I want to have like a very wintry oracle deck. I don't. I'm gonna have seasonal oracle decks. I'm gonna be one of those witches that just has everything, you know, according to the seasons. Except maybe the tarot deck. I'm really fond of this one for public readings. Right, just an oracle angel deck. Aries, December 2019, end of the year. This one flew by fast. This is quite nice. Angel of Heralds. New messages, news coming in quite expectedly from other people. Messages in on your social media, on your phone, on your emails that you weren't expecting. Perhaps a Christmas card that when you weren't expecting to have a Christmas card. Getting a letter when you weren't expecting a letter. Getting a package when you weren't expecting a package. Some surprising or not so surprising messages out of nowhere, out of the blue, which is a bit weird considering Mercury retrograde already just passed, but I mean, And just A herald of a new beginning. I don't know. I'm looking at this card and I'm getting new beginnings as well. A herald of a new beginning. So, a fresh start for you guys. A fresh start, and if it all gets a bit too much, you have people around you and you have yourself. And I don't see you guys being too busy to make that time for yourself. If you, the only thing that I'm seeing with the Nine of Swords is that you might think that you are too busy to make time for yourself. You're never too busy to make time for yourself. If you have to, you have to. If you think, oh no, I can't make time, at one point, your body will make time for yourself. That's one of those things that just happens to you. If you drive yourself over the edge of overworking, your immunity, just your immune system just gets weaker. And especially during these months, if you overwork yourself, you're gonna catch something. You're gonna catch a virus or something and then just fall down for a week anyway. So you might as well take some time off while you're in a good physical state and a good mental state for yourself, and not being forced to do it because your body goes, no, we're taking a break now. Thank you so much for watching, Aries. Do all the YouTube things. I know I've been promising to have a new camera set up for months now. Finances have been pretty rough. It's one of the reasons I've been feeling overstressed. Well, overstressed. Yeah, overstressed is the right word. But I'm making it happen one way or another in December. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for some lovely snowy forest walk videos or something like that. Good luck in December, guys, and I hope you have a lovely and peaceful in your soul kind of December. Bye.